Kia, movement that inspires.
Hey guys, I'm on my way to see the new horror film called Smile 2, which is a sequel to Smile 1. I'm at the AMC theaters in Milwaukee. I don't know if you saw Smile 1, but it was uneven in story quality and I had qualms with character development, but I'll give the sequel a try and I'll tell you what my review is afterwards. So it's a Sunday for me. Hopefully you're having a good weekend and talk to you guys soon.
Okay, everyone, meet my boyfriend, Jake.
What's up, everyone?
Whoa.
What is all over your feet?
Oh, your flowers. I study botany, so...
Oh, you're a plant guy. Resting dad face back there likes plants too.
Grab some pruners. Let's prune.
Craving movie trivia? Newbie Trivia is the most movie trivia in one place. With so many ways to play, daily challenges, friendly competition, and new games every week, it's the most up-to-date movie trivia challenge out there. Feed your passion and download the...
I need you to listen to me. Something really bad happened. You remember Louis Fergoli? From high school? I went to his apartment. But when I showed up... Louis?
No, get away from me!
What? He was smiling at me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sky Riley, you are in the middle of a big world tour.
You okay?
I keep seeing this face everywhere.
This thing is a parasite. You witnessed a death. Now it's latched onto you.
911, what's your emergency?
I've traced the string of deaths to you. Nobody has survived longer than a week.
Sky, pull it together and get back out there.
No, I will not let this thing use me. How do we stop it?
We need to kill you first.
What? We have to end it. No matter what. You're not in control. I am. I need to stop it, but I don't know how.
Hey guys, I just saw Smile 2, which is a sequel to Smile 1. Let me give you a little context. So, Naomi Scott, an actress, is starring as Sky Riley, who is an international pop singer phenomenon at the top of the music world. So prior to the start of the movie, she and her boyfriend have been driving in the backwoods. I forgot what town this is, but they had a car accident, and Paul Hudson, her boyfriend, was killed in the crash. So they had been intoxicated, they had been fighting, they had been on cocaine and drinking, and so it was a lot that happened. And to rehab her career, Skye went actually into rehabilitation. And so after she got out, which starts at the beginning of this movie, her therapist and doctor will only allow her to take Tylenol as the strongest medication for any type of pain. Well, her mother, who's her manager, has set up this entire world tour, and she's undergoing daily grueling choreography moves, and she keeps getting back pain. The problem is Tylenol is just not strong enough, and she needs something more substantial, like Vicodin or something more stronger pills. So she actually, unbeknownst to her mother, goes to see I guess she says it's her friend, but her friend Lewis, but I think it's her drug supplier who goes and supplies a lot of the celebrities' drugs. And so she had texted Lewis, "Can I come over? I really need some pills. My back is hurting." And so Lewis says, "Come over." So she does. She knocks on the door, and Lewis comes to the door like, "Who is this? Who is this? I don't know who this is." And Skye says, "It's me, Skye." And he says, "Skye." And so he opens the door and says, I sent you a text message that I was coming over." He has this crazed look on his face, disheveled. He looks completely psychotic, actually. I'll call it psychotic because he looks psychotic. But he has a samurai sword and holds it to Skye's neck. And she's freaking out. Like, "You told me that I could come over. And here's my phone." And so Lewis looks at the phone and says, it's in complete shock. He says, "I didn't write this." And so he doesn't understand why he was doing things he doesn't remember doing. And so he calms down. He comes to his senses and calms down and lets Skye in the apartment. They sit on the sofa. Skye says, "I really need pain medication, maybe some Vicodin or something stronger, just so that I can undergo the choreography routines that is demanding for this world tour." And so Lewis, says, "Oh, do you also want cocaine?" and blah, blah, blah. She says, "No, I just want the pain pills," because she's really trying to stick to not getting back into her old habits. And of course, on the table, there's some cocaine there. And she's like, "Okay, can you just go get the pain pills?" So Lewis agrees. He exits the room and goes to his bathroom or bedroom. I don't know exactly if he went to the bathroom, but his bedroom. And so she's sitting on the couch just waiting for Lewis to return. Well, he does, and when he does, he looks even worse than he did before, because if you've seen Smile 1, or you've seen the trailer, there's this certain psychotic smile that people have who are possessed by this smile demon, or whatever you want to call her, entity. And so he comes out of the bedroom slowly walking towards Skye with that really bizarre smile, and so she's looking at him like, thinking, what is going on here? So he slowly walks toward her with that deranged smile, and then picks up a weight from the floor, like you would put on a weight, that you would use on a weight bench, and he literally in front of her slams the weight full force into his face about 5 or 6 times. She's completely horrified. Like, what would you say if someone just did that in front of me with a deranged smile? And the deranged smile doesn't go away. He keeps doing it while he has that deranged smile in his face. And so she's freaking out. I'm like, what is going on here? Lewis, what's going on here? So he literally kills himself in front of her. And so if you saw Smile 1, that's the transmission mechanism. The smile demon can stay in a host. It's like a parasite. It stays in a host. And to transfer from one host to the other, the host, he or she, whatever it wants to transfer to, has to watch the previous host die in a traumatic fashion. So now that we know that Lewis is dead, we know that Skye is now possessed by the smile demon. She doesn't know this, but she's freaking out. She just saw someone commit suicide with a weight. And so she vomits on the floor and runs out. And she pretends she got the pill she needed as well. And she pretends like none of that has happened. So she goes back to her place and her apartment. And of course, as we see the movie progress, as it is in every Smile movie, that all of a sudden the Smile demon creates havoc in that person's life. So what is perfect for this scenario is that when you think about a celebrity, it's the perfect context for having the smile demon, because it can wreak havoc in that person's life. And to the outsider, it just seems like they're back on drugs. So, I mean, it makes sense, right? And so Skye keeps having events happen. She sees people and things moved around her apartment, people that should not be there in her apartment. Like there was one stalker she had, all of a sudden she imagined she saw that person in her apartment and he really wasn't there. So she thinks she's losing her mind. Now, one of the things that her therapist said, if you start to feel like you're losing control, just use water as a substitute. I mean, anyone who has friends who are smokers or drinkers and they stop drinking or stop smoking, they might have little twitches or something that they do. So this is similar to Skye's twitches, because every time she feels out of control or something's overwhelming, she starts drinking a bottle of water. And if you, at a couple of scenes when they open a refrigerator, it's stacked to the roof or stacked to the brim with water bottles. So you know this is an ongoing problem that she's going through. So as we progress through the movie, we see more and more strange happenings, occurrences around Skye. Now, her mom's her manager. She set up this world tour. One of her good friends in the industry comes up to Skye and asks her, there's a charity happening tomorrow night. It would really be great if you could be one of the announcers, and it's not going to be stressful. It's going to be okay. You just read from a teleprompter and that's all you have to do. It's just, we want you to be present there to help these poor, unfortunate children. It's a charity for children. And so she agrees, and her mom thinks it's a good PR event, especially for someone who's had such tragedy in her past. And her mom, as a manager, is trying to rehab her career, so this seems like the perfect opportunity. Well, between that day and the next day, that next evening when she had to go to the charity, so many events happened to a fever pitch that she wants to cancel the event, and her mom says, no, you made the commitment, you need to stick to it. You can't just cancel, and it'll look so horrible, and the press will have a field day with you. So she goes ahead, she goes to the charity. It's like a banquet event. There's a stage and a podium. And so she's about to be introduced by this chair lady for the charity. And so the chairwoman says, oh, here's Skye Riley. So Skye walks up to the podium and she starts reading from the teleprompter. Well, at a certain point, the teleprompter stops printing any text and she's sitting there and it's an awkward silence and she's trying to figure out what to do. And unbeknownst to her, it's because of the smile demon has blocked the text, so she's in an alternate reality. All of a sudden, out of the side of her eye, she sees someone approaching her on the stage, and it's the ghost of her dead boyfriend, Paul Hudson. And Paul Hudson looks like he just went through the crash, so there's blood all over his head, over his body, and Skye's freaking out now because she's on stage, she's in front of a full audience, and she sees this ghost coming towards her that looks completely real. So she freaks out and drop kicks Paul, who she thinks is Paul Hudson, into the audience. And okay, I have to admit, this is actually one of the funniest scenes ever in the movie, and it's actually tragic at the same time. But Paul Hudson is actually the chair lady for the charity who had come up to Skye to try to figure out what was going on with her. So Skye literally drop kicked this old lady into the banquet tables, and you just see her flying through the air into the banquet tables. I'm sorry, I was kind of shocked in the movie theater because I was not expecting that, but it also was funny at the same time. I'm sorry, it was just seeing this lady in an elegant dress being knocked into the banquet tables. Like, everyone is just shocked, like, what is wrong with you? So Skye comes back to reality and sees what she has done. And now she's shocked, and she runs out off the stage. But see how this is a perfect scenario or context for the smile demon, because everyone just saw her kick this chairwoman into the audience and really hurt her because she fell off the stage into a banquet table. So now everyone thinks she's just back on drugs. So I'm not going to give away the rest of the movie, but let's just say this keeps progressing. Until, as we know with a lot of the previous Smile movies, the host wants to move on, so you can kind of understand what's going to happen at the end of this movie, because the host is like a parasite who feeds on traumatic memories and traumatic situations. So it wants to create in your mind all these events that it can feed on from the fear and the anxiety, because I'm not sure if it's hormones or what is being elevated, but it feeds on your fear and feeds on your trauma. So that's actually the perfect scenario for this type of movie. I really enjoyed it. I would recommend that you see Smile 2. I actually liked it better than Smile 1. Smile 1 was more following a psychologist in a hospital. And I know they were trying to go down this route of, oh, is it, for psychology, is it in your mind or is it real? But it didn't click for me like this movie is. I feel like the whole celebrity angle is a positive. Everything fits, the scenarios fit, all the events make sense. If you're in a drug-fueled haze, then you're going to hallucinate. So it was perfect for me. So I hope you actually have a chance to go see it. I think it's still in the theaters, but if not, it'll come out on streaming, whether it's Vudu or it's not Vudu anymore. It's called Fandango Home. Fandango took over Vudu. Our Prime Video, you can purchase and rent it there, but I would recommend that you watch it. I would give it a thumbs up. I liked it a lot, and I would recommend it. And if you did not see Smile 1, maybe you should watch that, back to back. Make it a double feature Saturday night, Smile 1, Smile 2, and then you can see that Smile 2 is better. Well, maybe you like Smile 1 better. I like Smile 2 better. But that's my recommendation. So I say thumbs up. It's my weekend. Sorry that it's been taking me a long time to get through a lot of these movies and travel videos. I have a backlog that I need to get through. It's just been, I've had long work weeks and a lot has been going on with events and traveling and other things. So, and especially with a lot of the craziness in the world. So that's happening currently. So hopefully you're okay. And if you just want to watch this channel to have alternative programming, I think that's a positive way to think about it. Sometimes you don't want to watch the news anymore. So how about YouTube? There's a lot of content creators on it. So please watch things that maintain your sanity, right? And give you something to think about, and as well, give you a positive outlook on life. So please have comments below. Please put comments there. If I know a couple of times I miss people's comments just because I'm busy with work and I can't be on this channel 100% of the time. I apologize, and I will try to do better in the future. It's my weekend, and I'm trying to get out and do something fun. So take care, guys, and I'll see you back at the movies.